Hello, SimGamers. In this series, I wanted to feature something really special. This is something that you will not find anywhere else on YouTube. It's exclusive to my channel because this is Ultima Avatar, a fan adaptation that I built for one of my favorite role-playing games of all time, Ultima IV. I built this in RPG Maker MZ, and I like to play it once or twice a year, and I'm going to share it with you. We're going to have a lot of fun diving into the game, diving into game design, getting behind the scenes, talking about the construction of this game. This game features a lot of art assets and stuff that I have stylized and modified, but I just found them on the internet. So all credit is given in the credits to the artists that made these artifacts that I use in this. And the soundtrack is from the Ultima V Lazarus fan project that happened many years ago. But it's fun to get into this kind of thing and do some game design and actual, I don't know, just construction of a game using something like RPG Maker MZ. So we're going to start off a new journey. Ultima Quest of the Avatar. The day is warm, yet there is a cooling breeze. This afternoon walk through a secluded forest path slowly brings relaxation to your harried mind. The buzz of dragonflies and the whisper of the trees' swaying branches bring a deep peace. Searching inward for tranquility, you close your eyes. A sound like crystal wind chimes impinges your awareness. As you open your eyes, the sound seems to be emanating from a shimmering blue portal before it sinks into the ground. A crude circle of stones surrounds the spot where the portal appeared. There is something in the grass where the portal was. Wrapped in a thick cloth, you find an ankh, the sacred symbol of life and rebirth. The journal is bound with a leathery hide with strange writing on its cover. Your name is written on the inside cover. The cloth wrapping is a map of a land that is strange to you. The map and journal's style speaks of ancient cartography and strange places. Your name is written on the inside. As you hold these artifacts, you hear a hauntingly familiar song wafting over a nearby hill. In the valley below, you see a Renaissance fair. It seems strange that you came this way earlier and noticed nothing. The ticket taker at the fair's gate starts to ask you for money, but upon spotting your ankh says, "Welcome, friend. Enter and find your path." The people seem to glow with a peaceful inner light. They look up as you pass and smile, but the haunting music compels you to move onward through the crowd. Through the gathering dusk, you see a secluded wagon. You enter to find a fortune teller sitting in a small curtained room. Seeing your aunt, she warns you to never part with it. "We have waited such a long time, but at last you have come." The fortune teller invites you to her table. "Sit here, and I shall read the path of your future. Let us begin the casting." In her hands, she shovels 8 unusual cards. The fortune teller places the first 2 cards upon the table. They are the cards of honesty and honor. You are sworn to protect your lord at any cost, yet you know they have committed a crime. Authorities ask you about the crime. Do you break your oath by honestly speaking, or honor your oath and remain silent? "I shall speak honestly." The fortune teller places 2 more cards upon the table. They are the cards of honesty and compassion. Entrusted to deliver an uncounted purse of gold, you meet a poor beggar. Do you deliver the gold knowing the trust in you was well placed, or give the beggar a coin knowing it won't be missed? I will give the beggar a coin. The fortune teller places 2 more cards upon the table. They are the cards of valor and justice. You have been sent to secure a treaty with a distant lord. Your host is agreeable but insults your country at dinner. Do you valiantly bear the slurs, or justly rise and demand an apology? I will demand an apology. The fortune teller places 2 more cards upon the table. They are the cards of spirituality and humility. You are working to become an apprentice. 2 positions are available. Do you become an acolyte in the spiritual order, or become an assistant to a humble village cobbler? You answer, I think I'll be an apprentice to the village cobbler. The fortune teller places 2 more cards upon the table. They are the cards of justice and sacrifice. During a pitched battle, you see a fellow desert their post. As they flee, they are set upon by several enemies. Do you justly let them fight alone, or risk your own life to aid them? I will risk my to aid them. The fortune teller places 2 more cards upon the table. They are the cards of compassion and humility. As the king's guard, your captain has asked that you visit a hospital and cheer the children with your valiant tales. Do you show your compassion and play the braggart, or humbly let another go? I will play the braggart. The fortune teller places 2 more cards upon the table. They are the cards of compassion and sacrifice. You and your friends have been routed in battle and ordered to retreat. In defiance of your orders, do you stop in compassion to aid a wounded companion, or sacrifice yourself to slow the pursuing enemy? You answer, I aid my companion. With the final choice made, the fortune teller asks, by what name do you wish to be known? Well, the only name worth being known, for me, is Sim. The incense swells up around you, and the fortune teller speaks as if from a great distance, her voice growing fainter with each word. Choose your appearance. I'll choose the right appearance. So be it, Sim. Your path is chosen. The last thing you hear her say is, take care in your first travels in Britannia. Travel close to towns and seek the counsel of the sovereign of Britannia. The lands of Britannia. So I wanted to pause here really quick and talk about putting that introduction together and coding it and everything was really interesting because the cards have to be randomly drawn, compared against each other to find the right question, and then the answer basically it's a single elimination competition between all the cards. It's really just a simple algorithm. But every time I actually choose one of the cards, it has a modification to my stats. So you basically, based on my final decision, the attribute that won the challenge, in this case compassion, it determines where I start in the game, what equipment I start with, sort of what class I start with, and along the way I've picked up some additional attributes. So I've gained some additional intelligence above starting value. Gained a fair amount of dexterity above starting value, which means I'm going to have lots of turns. A little bit of luck. Looks like not much defense or resistance. So this is my goal in making this game was to get to the story and not mess with RPG Maker's gameplay system too much. Basically, use the native systems as much as possible. And we'll go ahead and save this starting point. We can manipulate our items. We have some food. We have some rations. We've got a leather journal, a map. We don't have any spare weapons or armor, but we are equipped currently with a sling and some cloth armor. We do have a number of spells that we start off with: Awaken, Heal, and Cure Poison. If I take a look at my items, you can see that I have some of these reagents to start off with. A little bit of garlic, a little bit of spider silk, a little bit of ginseng. Those are the things that I use to cast spells, in part. That and mana. That's really it. So here we are in the lands of Britannia. I kind of chose this starting location. There are basically 8 different starting locations with 8 different challenges. And the very first thing the lady told me to do, in fact, I can go to my journal. The Journal of Sim, which section would you like to review? Let's go to my quest. I have arrived in a strangely familiar place called Britannia. The fortune told me tell her to seek the counsel of the sovereign of Britannia. There are no more entries on Sim's quest. So here I can find out about all the different virtues. I don't know anything about any of the virtues right now. The Great Stygian Abyss, I don't have any entries on this topic yet. The Codex, I don't have any entries on this topic. And other quests. And I don't have any other quests right now. So the first thing I need to do is locate the Sovereign of Britannia. And this is as promising a place as any. The Castle of Britannia. You see a burly guard. Yes. How are you? The gate guard says, couldn't be better. What do you do? Gate guard says, I guard the castle and all within. The castle is fair and strong. Do you seek Lord British? Why, yes, I do. His Majesty is on the upper level in the throne room. Farewell. I have met the gate guard. Who's this fellow? You see a bouncing jester. I am Chuckles. How are you? Chuckles says, good, thanks. What do you do? Chuckles says, I am the royal jester. Welcome to Castle Britannia. Enter in peace. Farewell. Thanks for the greeting, Chuckles. You see a guard. Move along. All right. What do you figure? Clockwise search pattern? So that would mean if I'm that my hand is on the left wall. Okay, let's go talk to this person. Through some magical fields. Okay, who's this? Welcome, Sim. I am Hawkwind, seeker of souls. I see that which is within and drives one to deeds of good or evil. Hawkwind says, for what path dost thou seek enlightenment? Well, Hawkwind, compassion. It's the path I chose more than anything. Hawkwind says, you have not shown your compassion well. Be more kind to others. For what path doth thou seek enlightenment? So Hawkwind is a seminal character. Hawkwind says, fare you well, and may you complete the quest of the Avatar. Journal section seeking enlightenment updated. Heck yeah. Let's go check that journal entry. Seeking enlightenment. Okay. I guess not much was actually updated. So the official canon, I think, is that Hawkwind is a Time Lord or time traveler. Because he appears in so many different times and so many different times. Or so many different games. But he's a resource to let us know how we're doing along our path to Avatar ship. Move along. Yes, yes, okay. I guess if we're tracing our... Oh, yes, I've fallen asleep because of those magical fields. Keeping our hand on the left wall, we'd be going up this way. Ooh, what's in here? You see a cook. Can't talk right now. Go see the chef. You see the chef. I am the chef. How are you? The chef says, well, I'll bet my finger, which I cut. What do you do? The chef says, I am the chef. Food, glorious food. To cook is my life. Cooking is a practiced art. Do you like food? Why, yes, I do. Then you should try my soup. Farewell. Thank you, the chef. I appreciate you. Along the long hallway, you see a burly guard. Well met, traveler. How are you? The guard says, great. What do you do? I guard the castle and my liege, Lord British. A guard must be a valiant warrior. Are you a valiant warrior? Yes, I try to be. Then you should be a guard. Farewell. All right, guard. You see a lively dancer. I am Twin. How are you? Twin says, perfectly spinny. What do you do? A dancer needs a good bard. Our bard is very good. Do you like the music? Why, yes, I do. Then you should visit Britannia, for there lives the best. Farewell. You see a fair maiden. I am Lady Juliet. How are you? Fine, thanks. What do you do? I can help you. Seek to know the 8 virtues seek to know how the 8 virtues form into the 3 principles. Farewell, Sim. Oh, they know my name. You see the king with the royal scepter. At long last you have come. We have waited such a long, long time. The king sits and says, a new age is upon Britannia. The great evil lords are gone and our people lack direction and purpose in their lives. A champion of virtue is called for. You may be this champion, but only time shall tell. I, Lord British, will advise you in any way that I can. What else would you ask of me? Tell me about Britannia. Even though the great evil lords have been routed, evil yet remains in Britannia. If but one soul could complete the quest of the Avatar, our people would have a new hope, a new goal for life. There would be a shining example that there is more to life than the endless struggle for possessions and gold. What else would you ask of me? Tell me about the quest. To be an Avatar is to be the embodiment of the 8 virtues. It is to live a life constantly and forever in the quest to better yourself and the world in which we live. The quest of the Avatar is to know and become the embodiment of the 8 virtues. It is known that all who take on this quest must prove themselves by conquering the abyss and viewing the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom. Journal section, the Codex updated, so we've gotten more information about what the heck we're actually doing here. What else would you ask of me? Tell me about the Abyss. The Great Stygian Abyss is the darkest pocket of evil remaining in Britannia. It is said that in the deepest recesses of the Great Stygian Abyss is the Chamber of the Codex. It is also said that only one of the highest virtue may enter this chamber, one such as the Avatar. Journal section, the Abyss has been updated. What else would you ask of me? Can you tell me about virtues? The 8 virtues of the Avatar are honesty, compassion, valor, justice, sacrifice, honor, spirituality, and humility. So we can ask about some of these virtues. Let's ask about honesty. The fair town of Moonglow on Verity Isle is where the virtue of honesty thrives. What else would you ask of me? So I could go through and ask about all the different virtues. Might as well, I suppose. Compassion? The bards in the town of Britannia are well versed in the virtue of compassion. Next virtue, valor. Many valiant fighters come from Jellum in the Valerian Isles. How about valor? No, justice. In the city of Yu in the deep forest, justice is served. And more virtues? Sacrifice. Minnock, town of self-sacrifice, lies on the eastern shores of Lost Hope Bay. We are on to what? Honor? Yes. The paladins who strive for honor are often seen in Trinsic, north of the Cape of Heroes. Almost done here. Spirituality. In Scarabray, The spiritual path is taught. Find it on an isle near Spiritwood. And last but not least, certainly not least, is humility. Humility is the foundation of virtue. The ruins of proud Magencia are a testimony to the virtue of humility. Find the ruins of Magencia far off the shores of Britannia on a small isle in the vast ocean. That's all the virtues. What advice do you have? To survive in this hostile land, you must first know yourself. Seek to master your weapons and your magical ability. Take care in your first travels in Britannia. Until you know yourself well, travel not far from the safety of the towns. Travel not the open lands alone. There are many worthy people in the diverse towns who would join you. Build your party of companions, for only a true leader can win the quest. You are doing very well indeed on the path to Avatarhood. Strive to achieve elevation in all 8 virtues. What else would you ask of me? How are you? I am well, thank you. Are you well? Yes, I'm well. That is good. And that is it for Lord Bredish's dialogue. He has given us all the information we need. Farewell, my friend, to get our quest on the way. We can go over here and we can read this sign, I think. Sign reads, prison. You see a guard. Move along. All right. And I don't think I can... Oh, I can access this. Oh, nice. Move along. It's locked. That's also locked. Okay. That takes care of what I can access currently in the upper floor of Castle Britannia. You see a guard. Yes? How are you? Excellent. What do you do? We guard the castle and its treasures. Do you mean to steal them? No, I don't. Then please leave at once. Oh, very well. Good day. No. Can't go in there. We've talked to Hawkwind already. He gave us, basically told us that we suck. You see us all a ranger. I am Sheila. How are you? I am well. What do you do? I search for the inner light at the shrines. Runes are needed to enter the shrines. Do you know of the mantras? No, I don't. The mantras are chants needed to focus your thoughts while meditating. Farewell. Oh, okay. Thank you. You see an inner divider. I am Sisha. How are you? Sisha says, I have a grievous wound. What do you do? I fight for my Britannia. Do you fight for Britannia? Sure. Yeah, I do, I guess. Then seek out the smith named Zircon in Minnick, for he made the mystic arms. They will save you in the abyss. Oh, nice. Other quests updated. Farewell. And another guard. Move along. So there's someone out here, and there was someone else out there. So I see a little chink in the wall here, maybe. That might be something. Aha! Tis a secret passage. And another. Excellent. What do we have here? You see a beautiful shepherd. I am Sean. How are you? Sean says, well. What do you do? I watch the water. It brings me peace. I come from a proud city. Are you prideful? No, I'm not. My town was destroyed for its pride. The ruins lie on an isle at latitude 169, longitude 187. Farewell. Looks like another secret passage here. Indeed there is. So those secret passages will come in important in future places. You see a grim shepherd. I am Landry. How are you? I am fine, but you must go back. Ahead lies a perilous place. Once you enter, you may not return whence you came. Will you go on? Not right now. That is good. Turn back. Well, I'm going to check it anyway. It's like a Nope, it's locked. So I couldn't get in there if I wanted to right now. Secret passages are giving me access to secret passage stuff. Well, here's a whole secret hallway. It seems to go on forever. That's locked. You see a guard. Move along. Some more mysteries to uncover in Castle Britannia in later visits. And one more secret passage here? Yes, there is. And this person hiding in the trees. Who the heck are you? You see a wise mage. I am Joshua. How are you? Joshua says, well, what do you do? I can help with the riddle. If the 8 virtues combine and are made... Let's see here. If the 8 virtues combine into and are made from truth, love, and courage, what one thing creates and is created by all truths, all love, and all courage? Farewell. Yeah, that's really super helpful. Thanks, Joshua. I think that pretty much takes care of Castle British. And therefore takes care of our introductory episode of Let's Play Ultima Avatar, a fan creation created by me. Exclusive content only available on SimGamer TV. In the next episode, we'll be checking out the nearby town of Britannia. Until then, I'm SimGamer.